Hello everyone, we are here, we are live, we are ready to go, and we are continuing on with our flag planting marathon. And for those people that are new to this little series, this on and off again series, I started at 0 in a science mode game with the plan of landing on as many of the bodies within the KSP system as I could. You can see from the little counter up here, I am at 9 of 15. That was after, coincidentally, actually 9 missions. This is now mission 10. So you can see we have 6 more bodies to land on. And those 6 bodies are the 5 moons of Jool and Eve. And this mission is going to be about the 5 moons of Jool. Welcome there, Philip. Glad you could make it. So last week, what I did is I built these vessels, we launched them, we crewed them, we sent them on their way to Jool, and that's sort of where the stream ended. Hey, welcome there, Arturs and David. And so let's just do a quick recap of what is going on. So this here is solely a Tylo lander. Tylo is easily the hardest of the moons to land on. So this lander, which has already been ejected, I should probably show that. We've left Kerbin and we are on our way, as you can see here, out to Jool. And the whole idea with this lander is that the lander itself can either descend or ascend, but it isn't big enough to do both. So what we got on here are 4 of these radial boosters. As it descends, just before it gets to the surface, we'll stage these guys away, and then we will land with this, and then this thing will be capable of landing again. And the original plan that I talked about last stream, probably at length, makes no sense. I realized it after the stream how little sense it made. My idea was to land this thing autonomously, and then bring over another lander, and then land with Kerbals on it nearby this thing, transfer the Kerbals over to this thing, and then this thing would fly back up, leaving the lander that took the Kerbals down behind. And if this thing can land autonomously, it can land on Kerbals with Kerbals on it, so it makes way more sense to put Kerbals in this thing, like meet up with it in orbit, put Kerbals in this thing, then fly down with Kerbals, losing these guys, and then just fly up, and then you don't have to do the whole landing near another lander or any of that kind of stuff. So that to me didn't really make any sense, and there's a couple other things I did too. The Kerbals, by the way, are in a second vessel, much larger than this one, that has a space plane on it, also has another lander for the other 3 moons, and then the space plane is for Laythe. And we'll see that momentarily, but right now, what we got to do is we got to do ourselves a bit of a correction burn. So like I said, this thing is going to Tylo, so what we're going to do is we're going to put a maneuver, I don't know, around the halfway point. Just kind of eyeball this a little bit. We're going to focus our view on Jool. And right now, you can see our trajectory is whipping in. I just wanted to get any kind of Jool encounter. Our real target here is Tylo. But it would be really swell if I could get some sort of gravity assist from any of these moons here. All 3 of these moons, Laythe, Val, and Tylo, are all in the same plane, in the equatorial plane for Jool. And if you can use a gravity assist to get your counter for free, and that's what I'm kind of hoping. So first though, is I do need to get the plane of this incoming trajectory to be in the same plane as these 3 moons. So I need to come probably northwards, I think. Yeah, that seems to be about right. Now let's do a little bit of playing with the timing. We'll jack up the timing a lot. Oh boy, a lot. I want to get the mode. I can't even see that I'm moving it. I don't think it really, like, I can see the maneuver node moving, but I don't see that. I don't think it matters. It's such a, yeah. And I think I probably need to come, what will get me the most action here? Now I do want to come around prograde. The planets come around this way, so the moon's coming around that way. So is it retrograde that's the gets me the most action? Always experiment with, or is it radial? No, definitely retrograde, yeah. So a little bit of retrograde. A little bit of normal again. Again, the idea, oh, I can start to see I got an encounter here. That's exactly what I want to see. So the idea here is coming in this plane. And let me see here. Just want to see where is... Can I get it better in the plane if we jack up the time? Let's see if the timing can be made a little bit better. Oh, wow, that made a huge difference. Come back. Oh, that's because I'm hitting the normal, not the time, silly. Oh, my God. I don't think it really matters. No, the heck with this. So what we're going to do... I'm fiddling with the timing, and the timing's not really doing anything. So what I want to do, what do we got here? This is Tylo itself. So Tylo, I do not want to get a capture on it right away for sure, but what I would love to do is get a kind of gravity assist on it. So right now you can see it's not doing much of anything. So we're coming in, and then we're hitting Tylo, yeah, afterwards. Okay, let's see. A little bit more. I think I need to be on the other side. I want to see that red trajectory actually be a capture. No, that is an ejection. That's interesting. No matter what side I'm on. Where's Tylo? Focus the view here. Back on the maneuver. Oh, there we go. Nope. Yeah, that is a capture, right? Barely. Let's see if I can zero this in a little bit. This is such a fine... We'll probably be tuning this even more as we get closer in, but... I mean, that's a capture. That is a capture. So that is something to think about there. Right? And that's what you want. Get the capture for free. Once you have your capture, you can keep getting gravity assist to manipulate your orbit where it is that you want it to go. I can see it's actually a capture that kind of puts my periapsis right into Jool, but you know, one problem at a time. I just want to make sure the order. So we're hitting here on day 336 or in 300 here, and then we're hitting here. Yeah, it's after. Okay. So let's do a little bit of a sweep. So there is a Tylo one. Let's see if there's a better option than Tylo. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sweep across the moons here, looking for anything else that might be an encounter. So we're just going to use... Tylo might just be my best bet. Let's see, okay, that was Tylo. Let's set this as a target. Doesn't look like Laythe or Val. Val's the least massive of all those, so it's the least useful when it comes to a capture. Tylo might be the best one, but just for giggles, we'll try them all. Oh, no, not going to get a Val encounter. I can see that. Well, maybe on this side. Keep going. Go, 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 go. I want to get the... Oh. A little bit... Except this is a complete kerschmuckles into... There's a Val encounter. Oh, that's not going to work. It's coming in. I think we're hitting... Is that on the way out? It sure is. So, yeah, that ain't going to work. So, Val's no good. What about Laythe? One more try on Laythe, and then we'll go back to that Tylo one. So, set that one as a target. Again, all I'm doing with the maneuver node is sweeping around with the retrograde or prograde vector. Hitting Jool's usually not a good plan here. I'm getting close. There's a Val encounter. Let's focus our view on Val. How am I moving the nav ball? I'm moving the nav ball with the little widgety tool and using these time controls. These little buttons here move the nav ball back and forth. Or not that, oh, the nav ball, I'm going to move her. Why is the nav ball over here? That's in the settings. Go in the settings, there's a slider for positioning your nav ball. I like it out of the center and sort of more towards the side. That's just me personally. Sorry, I misunderstood. Okay, let's get in close. Let's see, what do we got here? See, I'm kind of liking this orbit a little better. We're coming around. We're hitting 336, 2 hours, 330. So it's coming around Jool, then hitting Val. Oh, and Tylo. Oh my gosh, this one's a mess. I don't know, that's kind of interesting. It's like a this is like a billiard shot. It's coming right now, it's coming around Val, and then it's coming around here. Oh, sorry, it's coming around Jool. I know it's hard with all these lines, but the purple one's coming around Jool. Then it's encountering Val. It's coming out from Val, and then it's encountering Tylo, and then it's going into, which is crazy inclined, but not as high as the other one. Let's see if we can do some work with this, because this would be, see, that's a little bit normal. Now, unfortunately, that is also hitting Jool. That's not cool, but can I make this kind of work the other way? Well, now I'm missing the Tylo encounter. That. What's this look? There. Oh no, it's not. That's pure Laythe. Okay. Let's forget about the getting Tylo too. The billiard shot was intriguing. Oh, wait a sec. I might go with this one. We'll tweak it as we go. But what I like about it, what's it look like as it goes by Tylo? Focus view. Might be able to just make this work. I might just go with this one for now. Whoa. Be lovely to get it a little less inclined. Does changing the timing of the maneuver really make a difference there? Oh, not maneuver. Oh. You know what? I'm going to go with this. I'm going to go with this for now. We're coming around Jool at an altitude of 2,000 kilometers, which is perfectly safe. I think you need to be above 300. We're coming within 180 kilometers of Val. Focus our view here, which is going to be fine. And then we are getting a Tylo encounter, but we'll tweak that. But I think it's something we can work with. So that is a maneuver coming up in 271 days. I can see as well that the burn time, it's only a 3-second burn. So I best take all of these nerve engines and just tweak them down. Oops, did it twice. There's 4 nerve engines on the back of this thing. Here. Maybe 15. 15% throttle. 5% throttle. I just don't. The lower I can make that throttle, the more accurate I can perform the burn. That's pretty good there. We'll go with that. This is really, I don't know why I built this thing this way. Like, I just started slapping on big liquid fuel tanks, and that meant getting into the Mark III parts, and I just put this on the end and did that. But this is stupid. I mean, it's going to work, but it's kind of dumb. Anyway, let's set up an alarm for that. That one. So, come here. Create an alarm for the maneuver. Give me like 10 minutes warning, 15 minutes warning. I don't know why I'm being so particular. So that's coming up in 271 days, 4 hours. That makes perfect sense. Okie dokie. So these folks are fine. We'll leave this. Or no, there's no folks there, but it's just who we are. And let's switch to our parent vessel, which has all our Kerbals in it. Salutations right back there, Epic Incarnate. Have I ever thought about using the mod Principia? A little bit. I don't know. I've never. It's relatively low on my list, the mod Principia, just because it'd be fun to play with, but I don't think it would be fun to do a game with. I really do enjoy career mode. It'd be fun to play with it and just to play with it and mess around with Lagrange points and all that stuff. But, you know, your orbits won't be stable. You'll be putting orbits in and around Kerbin. The moon will come around and mess them all up. Like, I don't know. I'm not super eager to try Principia. I like the idea, but that's about it. Anyway, this is... we've just recently finished off all of our ejection burns, and this is on its way also to Jool. We're yet to exit Kerbin's SOI. In fact, I think... Doesn't this one have a moon encounter? Oh, no, it doesn't. Okay, it was the other one that had the moon encounter. One thing, we had already ejected... There were 4 of these big, giant radial boosters, and one thing in my list of ill-conceived things is... On these radial boosters, there is some oxidizer. At first, it kind of puzzled me as to why are there these oxidizer tanks here, and then I realized the reason is because this plane flew up from the surface of Kerbin, and it ends up getting up here largely empty. And these tanks were there to resupply the plane. Unfortunately, I've already ejected half of it while we were making our ejection, so. I don't know. I think there's lots of supply. Oh my gosh, I can see all the oxidizer here. Let's actually do something smart and just for once and see if we can not let's take this oxidizer out of here right now. Out. Why is it not going? Out. Why does it do that sometimes? In. Not time warping. Okay, it just did the one there, and then it doesn't do the next one. There it goes. Now it does. Game, you make my head hurt sometimes. Here's another one. Out. So we'll take out all this oxidizer. I may need it. I may not need it. I honestly don't know. That one's already out. That one out. I also noticed that the liquid fuels are just off. Like I got the tanks turned off. This is obviously some sort of plan that I've since completely forgotten about. So why don't we actually use this stuff? Everything is ill. This thing was originally designed, folks might recall, to actually go to Moho. Okay, the other thing I'm going to do then... How are the liquid fuel tanks in the middle? Those are all full, of course. Okay, so the rest of this is fine. Now these engines will start using that liquid fuel. I'm sure there's plenty. Well, is there plenty in here? Oh yeah, these guys are full. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Okay, this is good. This is good. This is good. Alright, so again, let's see. We got an SOI change coming up. So the first thing to do is to say goodbye to Kerbin and get to that SOI change. Let's get it so we can see all of our crew here. Lex is gone staticky. Come back, Lex. Oh, that might be because we're time warping. There's Lex. No, he's a... I don't know. Okay, bump. Yeah, close that. These guys are like clones of each other or something. Oh, no, they're not. Okay, and let's get out of this SOI. There we go. Now we are out of the SOI. We are now in orbit about the sun, and this is the same dealio. We got to make a correction burn somewhere out here. Focus on to view. So the idea with this is that this one is going to visit all of the moons, and it has the ability to land on 4 of them, every one of them except for Tylo. So I'm thinking the best plan, well, number one is just to get a capture, but then I think the best plan... Oh, this one? I'm just trying to think of an order. I'm thinking I might go for Bop first, because it's the one that's not in the same plane as the... Oh, Pall is as well. Let's go for Bop first. This is the most inclined one. That's going to be my plan. Whether that's smart or not, I don't know, and I'm not going to care. So same plan. We want to come around Jool in a prograde direction. So I think I just need to... That's what I need to do. And I want to sweep around, and this is again about getting a gravity assist from one of these moons. And also, I'm not going to be looking just to get a capture. I would love it if I could get myself into a capture that's a little, fairly close to the plane of Bop. That's the idea. So again, we are pretty close to being in those. So let's use the retrograde and prograde. And, oh, there's Tylo again. I guess that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Let's see if we can get... I mean, we're leaving at the same time. These encounters should be very similar. Let's set the target for Laythe. Let's see if we can get that Laythe one. And then we're going to get out there. This is going to be a lot of orbital shenanigans. So there's Laythe. Well, there's Laythe being so captured that I'm actually... that's not good. Okay, focus this on Laythe. Focus, focus, focus. Okay, well, I'm actually hitting Laythe, so I don't want to do that. There. So there's a great big giant capture isn't bad, because I'm going to have to be making some plane changes, and I'm going to be coming out... Let's see if I can... I'd love for the plane of that red trajectory to kind of be close to the plane for... What's going on here? I'm coming out here, and then we're encountering Laythe again. And then we're getting... I think I'm just going to go with this. We'll tweak it more finely as we come closer. I think this is good enough. I don't want to fiddle too much with this. But I can see we're coming in, just to sort of show people what's happening. We're coming in, we're hitting Laythe, we're doing an encounter. That's getting us our capture. We're swooping around here, and then we're encountering Laythe once again and going into this orange orbit, which isn't terrible. Again, my goal is to get to Bop, which is, I would love, but we'll tweak it when we're there. We're just going to go with this. That's it. We're just going to go with that. Spent very little time with that. A 1.9 meter per second burn. What if we just turn these engines off for now, for this little tiny engine burn? What's that do for the burn? That does nothing. So we're gonna, I guess I gotta tweak all 6 of these. That's a pain. Which one am I missing? That's the one I'm missing. Let's put them all down to like 15 again. 15. 15. Too many engines. 15. 15. 15. That's fine. Okay, 10. 10. 10. 10. You know what I should be doing is just turning some of them off. Why didn't I do that? That'd be way smarter. Okay, we'll go with that for now. I could have just turned some of the engines off, and as long as I turn them off symmetrically, well, maybe not. They're in a... No. Okay, we'll go with that. Okay, so this burn's coming up in 130 days. Again, alarm, create an alarm for this maneuver, give us 15 minutes of warning, add that alarm, and we're going to be coming to this one first, so why don't we switch out to that one? Otherwise, yeah, I think we're good. So I'm going to do a quick save before I do this and switch to the other one there. Which is the hardest to land on? Probably the hardest to land on would probably be Tylo of all the bodies. The hardest to get off of again would probably be Eve. So, because Eve is dead easy to land on. You put some parachutes on there, its atmosphere is so thick, you're landed. But it's a harder one to get off. So, I don't know. But this is our fella here for Tylo, so that's where we're going. Let's see. Yeah, we just got to do this burn, don't we? Yes, we do. So let's just get there. So I think I can just do this. Yeah. I'm gonna watch it from out here so people can get a better idea of where we're at when you're doing these burns. So just do it this way. Yeah. There we go. Just reading through the chat. What's the minimum you need to get into a low Eve orbit? Eve is something you can arrow brake with. So in that sense, Eve is the easiest planet to get to. To be honest, I always make, if I were, my first interplanetary target, like, is always Gilly. Gilly's always the one I go for because Eve is the easiest interplanetary target to get to. And Gilly orbits Eve, and Gilly itself is dead easy to land with. It has almost no gravity. It's a little bit of a pain to get the encounter with Gilly, but it's easy to land with. So you can actually, with relatively low tech, build a Gilly lander. My other favorite targets are Duna and then Ike. Actually, probably Ike and then Duna. I think Ike is underappreciated as a target. I love landing on Ike. So to me, those would be my first three interplanetary targets. Would be Gilly, then Ike, and then Duna. And I think that's also in order of difficulty too. All right, let's see. Delete and close. So we got this maneuver coming up. We can lock it onto the maneuver node. My signal strength is still solid. I do have, I hope, a decent enough. It should be a decent enough antenna. Looking at this now, why did I give myself so much lead time into this burn? But that's okay. All right. And let's just get really close. Oh, the PS5 now supports mouse and keyboard for all of the... I couldn't imagine playing this game without a mouse and keyboard. Okay, what am I doing? I want to look at Jool here. Is this? This is Jool. Got a lot of icons all on top of each other right here, making it awkward. I want to focus that. No, I don't want to add a maneuver. I want to just... Okay, fine. Sometimes it's just... I'm just going to use the tab button and flip around till I see Jool. There we go. Too many icons here and it didn't know what I was aiming for. So, we are adjusting this orange trajectory to match this purple trajectory. For these type of mid-course corrections, I'm almost at 0, but there really is no reason to wait until it gets down to 0. Similarly, you can take all the time in the world to do the burn. There's no reason to do it quickly. So I'm going to take it really slow. Really, really slow. And then I'm hoping not to make another adjustment until I'm actually in Jool's SOI. Okay, we're just going to watch that purple trajectory, and when it matches there, I'm just going to cut it. So what's it saying to me here? Got a lot of stuff happening, including a actual Jool death dive. But I think what I'll do is I will wait to adjust this further until I'm in Jool's SOI. Again, this thing's target is Tylo. Eventually, that's where I want to go, is Tylo. So we'll see what we can do with that. But in the meantime, I can set an alarm. This one is going to be create an alarm. This one's for the SOI change to get to Jool. And give me like 6 days warning. I find these mess up sometimes. 6 days warning on this. Add that alarm. So we're going to be there in 2 years, 3 days, and a whole lot of other time. Okay, let's get to... Does that seem right? I always like to check this with the actual thing here. Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's get to here and switch. You know, the one thing that alarm clock does is give you a nice way to switch back and forth between vessels. Okie doke. Yeah, so let's, again, same thing. These guys should be pretty close. They're 60 days away, so time warp to this. Though speaking of controls for KSP, I am always totally envious of people with their home-built control boxes with big giant switches and knobs and stuff on it. Those are, I've seen some pretty sweet KSP control boxes with giant abort buttons and staging and all that stuff built into it. Okay, we are here, so let's delete that alarm. And let's put this onto the maneuver node just like before. Thing is very slow to crank around. This actually gives you an idea of the scale of this compared to the other vessel, because this lander that you see on the top of the other vessel is identical. This lander is identical to the one that's on the top of the other vessel, but here it looks tiny, itsy bitsy. Hello there, is it just Waya? Waya crazy? I guess that makes sense. Alright, just about pointing in the right direction. And again, we're going to watch this from Jool's perspective. Do I have to do the same thing of... Yeah, let's do it this way. Dump, 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 dump. Hike, Drez, Jool. Okay. And let's get a little closer to the maneuver. Same idea here. No reason to wait for it to go to 0. We want this orange trajectory to match the purple one coming in. And I'm coming in the right way. The last thing you want to do is end up coming in retrograde. That would be bad. Okay, and yeah, you can take all the time you want for this burn. There's no urgency to it. And we're going to play a little bit of moon billiards after this. And cut. Beauty. Hoping that's good. Okay, so you can see we're coming around. We're encountering Laythe here. We're getting into this nice capture. I love this capture here, this green one. We're coming very close to another Laythe encounter here, but I think what I'll do after this is just sort of, you know, I'll play this one by ear again once we're in the Jool SOI. Once again, this ship's target for now is going to be Bop. That's going to be trying to be the first moon we're going to attempt to land on. Let's get out of map view, back onto this. Get alarm. Create an alarm for the SOI change. Give me again 6 days warning. And we're going to add that alarm. And who's going to win? Oh, we're losing by a lot. Holy moly. We are going to be way behind the other... I don't know. I guess that's... They must be like looping up. Oh, that doesn't work. I mean, we must be doing... If I come out of here... We must be... Yeah, we're looping up above Jool's orbit and then coming down. So that's why it's taken us so long. That's okay. So we're going to get back to this vessel. Switch to. Oh, I am very, very sorry there. Okay, we'll see ya, Crazy. I'll just call you Crazy. Alright, so we are on this one. I'm going to do a time warp because I've had, in this series itself, some pretty funky things happen with time warping as we're approaching the planets, where all of a sudden you think you got everything lined up perfectly, and then suddenly you just miss it. So we're going to... I did a quick save, let's do it again. And now we're just going to flat out time warp until we're there. And this is going to take a little while. I think I have... Here, just wait. I said this is mod free, but I believe after our... That's not the right button. Is it this one? Yes. There's a... Okay, I want this one. I think it's 5 time warp. This is better time warp. And I think now... Let's close this. I think I have one more time warp speed available. And yeah, look at that. Okay. So I did install a mod better time warp because when we went out to Ilu, it took forever. So I'm glad I have that now. Why do I have... Oh, no crew control. That makes perfect sense. Because there's no crew on it. Okay, this should be stopping 6 days ahead of this. Oh my gosh, it's actually doing it right. Wonderful. Okay, where is... Oh, it takes so long just to get this down to... And... Done. Where's the alarm? There we go. Okay, let's just do the rest of this manually. Now we are still, like, we should be able to see Jool, but I know we are still, like, crazy far away. Where's Jool? Here, I can do... Easiest way is to point radially in, and then the ship should be pointing straight at Jool. That's not it. That's... Oh. No. No, that doesn't make sense. Okay, never mind. Okay. Just point this way straight at Jool. I thought radially in should be right down at the bottom of the nav ball. I'm coming in funky. Oh, prograde. That's prograde. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Sorry, prograde. Aiming straight at... I guess I could have aimed at the target. Now we're aiming at Jool. Where... Jool is so far, I don't even see it. Alright, Jool's this way somewhere. Oh, I can! Right there! Little girl. So we're still... yeah, Jool's gravity well is monstrous. Okay, so what we got to do is we're going to put another maneuver fairly soon after us. Yeah, about an hour or so. And then we got to, again, focus this on Jool. And see what we can do to tweak this. So, okay, let's set Tylo as our target now, because that is eventually where I would like to go. I like this red orbit, but I don't like the fact that it's sort of coming into doing the death dive. That clearly isn't cool. So let's see if we can not manipulate this a little bit. Now, I'm just going to guess at, oh my gosh, what does what here? So, the tiniest of burns. I might need to get myself closer before doing this. Okay, that's what that does. What does this do? Oh, that's getting more like what I want. Now I'm seeing a periapsis there. And I guess radially might... Oh, radial does a lot. Okay. So we're just going to play with this, get it out of... The tiniest of radial adjustments makes a huge difference. I got a feeling I'm doing this maneuver way too... I'm going to do it a lot closer. Just the tiniest of adjustments is making such a difference. Okay, here we go. So what I want is just a nice orbit in the same plane as Tylo that I can... No, does... Yeah. We can work out everything else later. That is pretty darn good. How close are we coming to Jool? Well, 3,000. 3,000. I do have a tutorial where I did some aero braking around Jool. You can definitely do that, but I think that's probably not a good plan in this situation. Okay, does this bring... Wouldn't mind coming in a little close. Oh, I do have an ascending node there I can look at. Love to come in a little closer. It's all radial and normal. Normal makes a huge difference. Okay, I'm stopping there. I got a 0.3 inclination difference with Tylo's orbit. I got a periapsis with Jool of 430 kilometers, which I'm pretty sure Jool extends to 300 kilometers. I should probably verify that. I probably should. So we are coming around here. Let's check each of these out because I want to make sure none of these are going to kill me. We're coming in within 100 kilometers of Laythe. That's fine. And then we got a Tylo encounter of 3,780 kilometers, which again is fine. And that will put us into this lovely blue orbit, which I'm really... So, okay, I'm very happy with that. That burn's coming up in 21 days and an hour. I've been asked, what's the #1 target? This lander here's only target is Tylo, though I think I'll probably, and I'll be putting in an orbit around Tylo, and then my Kerbals will come to it. But probably my first target that'll actually get Kerbals on the ground is probably going to be Bop. I'm going to take care of it first because it's the one that's in the highest inclined orbit. Okay, I think that's good. Let's set an alarm. And create an alarm for the maneuver. Give me a few minutes warning. Add the alarm. Yeah, we're going to be... This is going to be doing... This thing's going to probably get there before everything else. This is a 3-second burn. Yeah, we'll just work with this. This should be good. Okay. Let's just get to it. So, just going to do that. Whee! Getting ourselves a little closer to Jool. It's the tiniest of adjustments I'm making. I just want to point that out. Like, here's my current trajectory, the blue one. I'm just changing it to the orange dotted one. It's barely anything. Yeah, delete that. Put it on the maneuver node. What I probably should... I'm just trying to think which trajectory would be the best to look at. Let's focus on Laythe. Because it's just not enough of a change in trajectory. So I'm bringing this orange one up to here. Okay, and again, I don't think there's a reason to wait the 2.5 minutes, so I think I'm just going to do it. I do have RCS on this, so I can use RCS to do some really fine adjustments. Though actually, I might have the thrust so low, so RCS might be bigger. Probably not. So I'm just counting up to this. Okay, how's that look? That's coming around Laythe. Let's get rid of the maneuver. That's coming around Laythe, then encountering Tylo, then coming into this big red orbit. Periapsis is 450. I'm going to do a really quick, I hope people don't mind, I'm going to do a very quick visit to the KSP wiki. And make sure that I am not mistaken. I should have had this queued up ahead of time, but I'm not mistaken that Jool's atmospheric height is 300 kilometers. I just want to make sure of that, because dipping into Jool's atmosphere with this vessel would be, well, the end of this mission. Atmospheric height is 200 kilometers, so there we go. I'm fine. I am fine. I am fine. I am fine. Let's get everything back to... Sorry, got too many windows. There we go. Okay. Okay. Jeepers. Okay, let's create an alarm. I guess our next thing is going to be encountering Laythe here. So we got an SOI change coming up in... Yep, that's right. Give me 30 minutes warning for the... No, just 5 minutes warning should be fine for the SOI change. So that looks good. That looks good. It's still... Yep, that's still happening before we have to... Okay, so let's watch. Let's watch our approach to Jool here. Now, again, lost where Jool is. It's got to be this way. Do I have to do the trick again? Where are you, Jool? Should be a little bigger that we can see you. Point. And we're just pointing with the nav ball straight at... You know, it's nice. This thing's all powered by RTGs, too. So it's really nice that I don't have to... Oh, my gosh. There it is. Jool right here. Okay. Again, quick save before we go. And let's get in there. So we got 33 days of falling to do. I'm going to slow down as we whip around Jool, because I always like watching all the moons going around too. But like, I've never come to Jool and failed I've always been able to get my capture for free. It's never failed me. You know, just with minor little tweaks and using gravity assists. Woo! And then we're coming right up to Laythe. There we go. And it's that Tylo behind Laythe, isn't it? I think that's Tylo there. So we're good. Yeah, we're whipping by Laythe and then Tylo. Okay. Oh, this can just lock on here. This can close. Okay, we should just do the SOI change again. Just wait for that. There we go. So now we are in Laythe's SOI. Again, I want to just check. That's safe. That's safe. Everything's safe. We are going to see if I can do... No, let's get out of here. Let's get out. Actually, no. We'll just get around. We'll just... I shouldn't muck with it too much. Just a sec. I still have less than 1 degree inclination difference. So that's... Yeah. So we're going to get by Laythe here. This is where we plan on landing the space plane. This will probably be our last landing, to be honest. Will be Laythe. Jool disappearing in the background. That's always so cool. Oh. Why did the camera change on me? Oh, and now got 2 hours to our Tylo encounter. Let's just... Where's... Getting very confused here. There's Tylo coming up over here. And Tylo's what's going to get us our final capture. And this is where this thing eventually is heading, though we're not going to get our Tylo capture just yet. Oh, I keep getting... What is the camera set for? There we go. We're not going to get our capture just yet. I want to slow myself down a little bit more. Try and save as much fuel as I can. I am hoping to use some of this fuel for the journey home, too, after we've docked with this thing. Oh, except... Oh, well, we'll see how it goes. I'm just realizing Okay. Another... Alright, so we are now in orbit of Jool. Nicey nice. What I would like to do is bring down my orbit a little bit more. So, oh wait, I'm still time warping. So I'm just going to put a maneuver here. And I'm going to, what am I going to do? Let's see if I got a close, I'm going to see if I'm coming close to any one of these. Set that one as a target. Not even close. Set Val. Val's the least useful. Because it's the lightest of these three. Let's see if I can use, I'm getting close to an encounter here. So what I'm going to do is I'm putting that, I got that maneuver right on periapsis. And what I want to do is see if I can adjust the period of this orbit so that I can get a Val encounter. And if this doesn't really work well for me, I got this way too small. Well, I want to go retrograde though. Is that bringing it? Yeah, it is bringing it better. Oh, that's not really helping, is it? No, no. I don't want to use this much fuel. Okay, so, new plan, new plan. Let's go back to here. Zero that out. Oops, come back to the maneuver. New plan is to see if I can just naturally get an encounter on a future orbit. So I'm going to go... Actually, what I'm going to do, put another maneuver here. Go to that second one and just pop ahead in orbit. Let's look at Val. I think Laythe might be the most useful. Focus of view. Or no, not... Set that one as a target. Okay. Back to the second maneuver. Up in orbit. Okay, back in orbit. Okay, so now I can see on my second orbit around, I'm coming a little bit close to Laythe. So what I would like to do is get on my first maneuver and see if adjusting the period of that... Whoa, see? That made a difference. See, now I'm only doing a little tiny adjustment on the period of my current orbit to get a Laythe encounter on the subsequent orbit. I want this more that way. Uh-oh. Oh, I think I need... I've lost that encounter. You see? Back to the second one again. There it is. Might be a couple of orbits ahead now that I'm looking at it. Okay. Where is... There's my Laythe encounter. So back on maneuver number 1. This is always so complicated, but I don't know. I find this really fun. I can see I'm on the wrong side of Laythe because I'm actually giving myself a gravity boost. I want to do the opposite of that. So I'm just going to see if coming around the other side of Laythe here. There we go. See how much energy that... Now it's taken off too much energy because that's plunging me into Jool. But what I would love to do is just get my... There. This is Bop. Okay. Focus the view there. Take a look at that. That is a periapsis with Jool of 74 kilometers. It won't let me select it, so probably because I have too many thingies. It's too far in the future, but just I don't think I'm really making too much of a difference. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to live with my death plunge into Jool. Not that I'll do it. But I want to get this apoapsis down and around Tylo. So what I'm going to do is just do that. Oh, look at that. That's actually a second Tylo encounter. But I won't be probably... Oh, I'm getting it right away. Is it right after? 82 days... Shoot, I cannot tell. Can't tell what's going on. 52 days, 58. I think that's happening right away. Okay, I'm going to do this. So, I think this is working. Okay. All right. I got a tiny little burn, and then I think I'm going to get my final Tylo encounter. So, oh my gosh. Still going to happen before. So, yeah. Oh, no. What did I do? Stop. Okay, I'm okay. Stop. How do you stop the stupid time warp? I hit... Oh, for frick's sakes. See how I get into trouble with time warping? I hit time warp the next and it's warping to this frick... Okay. All right. We'll have to set this all up again. Like, hitting escape just... I hate you, game, so much. Stop this. It doesn't give me the opportunity to stop this crazy ride. Okay, now it's too late. Okay, so to explain what just happened there, I hit this warp to next, and it's warping to this SOI change, which was like way in the future. This maneuver is now useless. Oh. Thankfully, we were in a stable orbit. This is why I always quick save before time warps, except I didn't do it that time, and I don't want to go back because I don't know how far back I'm going to go. Time warping. Okay. Thankfully it was a stable. I missed that whole... That was set up so nicely and I missed it all. I'm so angry. Okay. Well, whatever. First things first. You think I should revert to the last... When was the last quick save? Should I risk it? I think I should. I think you're right. I am going to revert. Mark Van Dam says revert to the last quick save. Let's see what this gets me. Where am I? Mark Van Dam gave me the right advice. Thank you very much. I wasn't sure how far back the last quick save was. Oh, okay. We're going to set this up again, but this should go pretty quick. This should go pretty quick because I know this was a very, very tiny burn. Okay, we're going to set this up really quick. Stop that. There. Add a maneuver there. I think I hopped ahead a couple of orbits. 1, 2. Focus my view on Laythe. Or set Laythe as the target. Back, maybe? Sorry about that. That was my own stupidness. Okay, back on maneuver 1. Yeah. Oh shoot, I'm putting... Now I'm getting completely kerfuzzled here and selected the wrong maneuver to take my retrograde out on. Fortunately, when I move maneuver 1, it's moving that maneuver, which is back here. Back to maneuver 2. There's what I was looking for. So I got a really sweet Laythe encounter. I want to repeat that. So I'm on maneuver 2 again. There we go. Okay, let's fix this. So again, I'm going to focus my view on Laythe if I can. Yeah, clearly that's not what I want to do. So coming out. And I want my apoapsis. Set Tylo as a target again. I want my apoapsis out towards where Tylo is. That's the plan. Let's reset this up, do it right. So remember this happening. I remember it happening to me. That's it. That's my Tylo encounter. So we got this all back again. So let's focus our view on Tylo. Back on maneuver 1. Oh, how'd I lose it? There it is. Okay, I should not play with this anymore. There we go. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's such a tiny adjustment. And you know what? Just leave it. I'll fix it after. Okay. That's my burn. So. Quick save. I can see the burn's 22 seconds, so I do want to get a little bit more out of it than that. I don't want to spend 22. Well, yeah, let's increase the thrust here a little bit. Put the thrust up to 10s. 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 That's good. Okay, so we're going to now quick save, go to alarm clock, create alarm. Oh, I'm just noticing my other alarm has disappeared, so I got to go reset that up again. This is for the maneuver node. That's the wrong one. Create an alarm for the maneuver, 5 minutes warning, add that alarm. Okay. And that's coming up in 13 days. And I should just really quickly, because I lost the alarm for my crew, my Jool crew. So let's just get to here. Switch to them just temporarily. Oh my gosh. Nope, no landings yet. I should get a landing out of this. This has all been just setting it up. But you know, once we're all set up and we're in the Jool system, this should be a landing palooza. It really should be. All I want to do here, alarm, create an alarm. Don't hit warp next. I'll never do that again. And for the SOI change, give me 6 days warning. What the heck happened there? Close. Where are these guys? They're already 6 days from... What is going on? I don't know. I don't think my quick save really went... Whatever. I don't care. I'm okay. I don't think my quick save went back all the way to where I was before, but I think I got it anyway. Okay, create alarm. I think these guys are getting to their... Give me like an hour warning now. I don't know. I did something funky. I'm okay. These guys are already there. So clearly I've done some messing up with the time warping, but you know what? I'm just gonna... Why is it still slowing down all the time? Oh, this manual... Oh my god. Go away. Delete. Okay. Just didn't do this. I can complain the game, but I think... Yeah, somebody's just noticing. Bixby's just saying, you didn't make one for the SOI change. No, I didn't. But you know what? I'm just going to do this. There we go. Okay. So again, we're still a long way from Jool because Jool's SOI is huge. But what we're going to do, same thing we did with the lander. I think in all of my frantically, when the time warping was all messed up, I think I ended up... Okay, so this target... Oh, I don't know if I need to change anything, to be honest. Let's turn the lander off for just a second, because it's just confusing. So we're coming around Jool. We're again countering Laythe, and that's putting us into this really sweet orbit here. Now what I would love is for this orbit to be in the same plane as Bop. So I'm going to set Bop as a target. That gives me a descending node. Right now we have an 11-degree difference. Let's see how small we can get that. So I'm just going to go to here. I have no idea what does... I'm just going to tweak something and see what... Okay, that makes that smaller. But it also pushes out the apoapsis. I'd prefer not to do that. Ooh, look at that. Okay, that's... What is going on here? I'm hitting Tylo, and Tylo's like... Pew! So I don't want to do that. Let's whoops. Okay. So this is about trying to minimize. Oh my gosh, this is looking, I'm sorry, I'm getting excited here. Let's really tweak this down. I think I might just leave this. This is where I'm going, this Bop. But look at this, I'm getting by Laythe. I just want to make sure the altitudes are all safe. That altitude's still 1500. We're gonna, Laythe, we're gonna swing around here, but look at where the apoapsis is ending up relative to Bop. I should be able to get myself a nice Bop encounter. I just need to tweak this just maybe a little bit. Would lovely if I can get that. Be lovely, doubly. A little bit of this. See, if I can get that descending node right around there. It's only a 7-degree difference. I should be able to finagle a Bop encounter out of that. As long as all my altitude's above various things. So that's 1,200 kilometers. That's safe. How about Laythe? What about Laythe? 131 kilometers above Laythe. That's fine too. Yep. Okay. I think that's good. Okay. So, F5. Create an alarm. You're going to be seeing me F5ing a lot. The SOI change, 5-minute warning. You know what I keep missing is to change this from manual maneuver because I'm so used to Kerbal Alarm Clock, the mod, that... where it automatically senses kind of what's coming up and it gives you a guess at what it wants you to make an alarm for, and it's pretty good. The game here doesn't do that. Okay, F5, so what we got... Why is there an SOI change here? Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna have to... I am making so many mistakes here. Create an alarm for the maneuver. Give me 5 minutes warning. Add this alarm. So which one's first? These two are identical. Okay, I don't get it. Okay, stop. Create an alarm. Maneuver. 5 minutes warning. Add the alarm. That maneuver's coming up in 7 days, 5 hours. And now, just really quickly, switch to. I think the alarms, yeah, it shows both. Okay. Add an alarm for the maneuver. 5 minutes warning. Somehow I had a double of... Okay, now this is making sense. Now we'll go back to this one. Oh my gosh. Maybe I should have installed Kerbal Alarm Clock. Okay, we're going to quick save. Where are you, Jool? There you are. We're coming back for you. So this is going to be a burn at Jool's periapsis. That's what this is. Oh my gosh. What's the moon landing plan, says Clay. So this one is on its way to Tylo, where it's going to stay in orbit and wait for our crew. That probably won't be this stream. The other group... Hi, Jool. The other group is heading towards... I can get this out. The other group So wait, this alarm's just about to end. The other ship is on its way to Bop, and Bop is the target for our first landing. And this is hopefully going to be a full-on Jool 5 thingy, and I'm feeling pretty good because as much as my messing up with the alarm clock and everything, I am getting some pretty sweet encounters and not spending a lot of fuel, and that's what's making me feel good. Okay, I'm going to watch this from Laythe's perspective, I think. Focus view. Oh, I'm not encountering Laythe. Oh, wait, no, I'm just going to have to perform the burn. Yeah, okay, we're just going to perform the burn. This is orbits in the future, so it's not going to show it to me right now. Okay, that's cool. Back to Jool. Actually, let's just watch this from here. Let's get the beauty shot. There we go. Okay, F5 again. And you're going to see me quick saving a lot. Notice I'm only getting myself in trouble because I can't work the game's UI, not because it's like... Well, who knows? Maybe I'll still get in trouble for other stupid stuff. Okay. So this is just going to be to perform the burn. And then it's going to be a few orbits till we get that Laythe encounter. Okay. Here we go. Still only 3 meters per second. We're hardly adjusting our orbit. Go. I got the thrust limiter way down even though I'm at full throttle. Okay. And this is just going to be get this burn down to 0. Okay. And let's see what we got. So this maneuver is quite a ways in the future. We're going to do some orbits here. And we're going to encounter... Yeah, I'm pretty pleased, I think. Let's see, if I put another maneuver here. Oh, what the heck happened there? Oh, I just pushed maneuver 2. Oh, I know why that happened. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay, no. This is... That's been... Okay, just delete this one. I'm creating a mess of maneuvers. Just delete them all. Delete them all. Okay, put a maneuver here. And then a maneuver here. Actually, I don't think I need this one anymore. And put it on the maneuver. A tiny amount of retro. I want to get that. There's what I'm looking for. This Tylo encounter, because that's what I'm after. Set that as a target. And actually focus the view there. The tiniest of adjustments is really... You know what? Forget it. What we're going to do... This is too much in the future. Delete that, delete that, delete that. We're going to just figure this out when we're back down here towards periapsis. So... Wait a minute. What happened to my... Oh, yeah, that's right. Push this ahead in orbit. There we go. So... Move this over to here. This maneuver's in 17 days, and this is in 4 hours, 5 minutes. Yeah. So we're going to set an alarm. I'm going to put a maneuver here. And this maneuver's sole purpose is to create an alarm for it. Heck with it. No, I'm making it too complicated. Get rid of that. When's this alarm? 17 days, 4 hours. Let's set an alarm for 17 days. Oh my gosh, that's still... Okay, forget it. We're just going to time warp. Still 20 days for the other ship. Okay. Let's focus this on view. Okay. just going. Time warping. So we're not going to encounter anything on this go-around, but we will be encountering Laythe on the next go-around. So we're just going until we come back to periapsis again, and then I'm going to do some tweakifying. I'm giving you anxiety every time, Bixby, every time I go near the time warp button. Yep, I don't blame you. Okay, let's see. I'm watching this time to periapsis now, because we're going to come... I know we got some hang time out here, way out past Jool, but we're going to be coming in fast in just a moment. I get more trouble time warping than anything else. Slow down. Okay. Another quick save. F5. This is a real glitchy mess. So I'm thinking... I want... Okay, set Tylo as a target. And then focus the view there. I want to see if I can get this. Oh my golly gollies. But even just the tiniest... Oh my gosh. Okay. Delete that maneuver. I think it might be best... I think I'm going to wait until the Tylo encounter. After the Laythe encounter, and then we'll deal with, with this. It's starting to give me a seizure. So, when's our Laythe encounter? Again, alarm clock. Create an alarm. SOI change. Give me 10 minutes warning. So according to this, we're coming there in 3 hours and 14 minutes. Is that right? Oh my gosh, it's right. Okay, let's do this. So we're gonna come around Jool. We're gonna get another little boost from Laythe, our second boost from Laythe. F5 is the golden key. I know. I've already used it a few times. Oh no, I've only used it once, right? I think I've only used it once. So here comes Laythe. Again. Laythe seems to be the one, and it's just its position so close to Jool that I think makes it so useful for this kind of stuff. Okay, we're going to do the SOI change around Laythe, and then we're coming around the other side, and then I'll fix my Tylo encounter. Thanks for the help, Laythe. But I really, 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 really want... Why do I get that camera flip? Am I out, by the way? What the heck? Okay, I don't like this. So I'm gonna put a maneuver here somewhere. I'm gonna try and see if I can make this less frustrating. So there we go. No, I had it there for a second. Like, it's thinking about that maybe I kinda... Why is it not... Okay, there's something strange going on, and I don't know what it is. $260... That's in 361 days? I don't like it when the game gets funny. According to this, I have a... Let's get rid of this again. There's a glitching in and out encounter. Maybe if I do a... I don't like how glitchy this is. And I'm making change... Oh, it is making a change here. Okay. There we go. Which is doing more? Okay, wait. I'm getting something now. I'm feeling better. Okay, let's put this back. No, in fact, let's delete it. Okay. Put it right around here. I have to up this a little bit. Okay, that made a bit of a change. What am I at here? 2029. And what does the rate... I always experiment with what does the most change. Oh, most certainly the... Okay, retrograde. There we go. Now it's disappearing. Comes in and out. There. There. Okay, and then a little bit of normal. Oh my gosh. My eyes are hurting just looking at this. I would like this periapsis to be up and now out. If I can get this sort of... It is kind of equatorial looking, isn't it? Okay, I'm hoping that this is not a phantom encounter, that this is actually a for real... Oh, wait, this way. Okay, 30 kilometers. I'm going to live with that. That is equatorial-ish. And that's in 8 days. Okay, I'm going to live with that. So when's that burn coming up? That burn's coming up in just an hour. So F5 again. Back on the maneuver node. The burn time is monstrous because it's actually like a 59 meter per second burn. That's like all the rest of our burns have been. Tiny itsy bitsy burns. So I'm probably just going to jack all of these up again. What do I get if the thrust limiter is full? 21 second burn, okay. And this might not be the most efficient, but I just want to get this done. Okay, so let's F5, warp to there. And hopefully get all that glitching out of there. Yeah, sometimes when maneuvers get complicated, the game just flat out doesn't like it. So I'm hoping, though, once I get this burn done with, that, and I think, yeah, it should be good. Now, hopefully you'll get a Tylo capture without too much fuss. And this guy can just wait. Wait for the crew. Okay, so I'm just waiting for the time. 20 seconds to go. I guess I can time warp a little bit. But yeah, the flaking in and out's bugging me too. But here we go. A mighty 56 meter per second burn. My gosh. I think I'm made of fuel or something. Okay. Still very glitchy. But that's coming up in 8 days. This maneuver's coming up sooner, so we should deal with that first. So hopefully it'll let me create an alarm for this really, really flaky SOI change. SOI change. Again, give me like 5 minutes warning. Okay. Oh, look at this. Okay. I'll come back to you later. Let's do this first. So switch to you. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's the more complicated the maneuver and encounters, yeah, I hate those types of when it gets really glitchy with that. Okay, so F5 again. This is a 3-second burn. So I'll just live with it. Put that onto the maneuver node. Now, where's Jool's around here? Well, no, we're still quite a ways from Jool. remember going through this before. Trying to find Jool. It should be visible. There it is. There it is. Right there. Our brave, brave crew. Hi there, Laythe. Glad you can make it. I'm really hoping. Yeah, I should be able. I want these guys on Bop. Well, actually, the lander only holds 2 people, so 2 of them will be on Bop. I really want to get that done today. And then everybody's captured in the Jool system next week is going to be going around and finishing off all the rest of them. I'm hoping that will all go well. That's the hope. Okay, so we still are two and a half days away from this maneuver. So I'm just going to let it get a little closer here. Okay, now let's do it. You know, it's so nice with the RTGs not worrying about lining up solar panels and all that kind of stuff. Hello, Dan. Glad you made it as well. All right. Oh, we go. Oh, this is my alarm. I just hit that, but yeah. Okay, let's delete close that. Yep. You know, and I don't have to wait to be exactly here. This is not too precise, but again, focus on Jool. Ike, Trez, Jool. There we go. All right, so I want to bring this purple one to this green one, and again, once again, Laythe is going to be our friend for getting the capture. And I might as well just do it. Let's just do it now. So what about if I really... Actually, let's look at Laythe. I think that might be the better place to look at this from. So this is on there. That'll be a more precise thing. Yeah. 0.4 meter per second burn, so hardly anything. And cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Okay. So we're coming in around Laythe at about 130. We're coming past Jool here really far. And then we're going to get into this uber sweet purple orbit that I'm just honestly ecstatic about. Still got a healthy Jool periapsis. And that will then I'm going to facilitate a Bop Encounter. So, I want to set another alarm, don't I? We're still jumping back and forth here. Create an alarm. Stay away from the warp. I hover over this. I want to push it to get myself into more trouble. SOI change. Actually, let's do for periapsis so we can watch it go by Jool. That's always fun. Give me like, I don't know. This is minutes on this side, right? No, that's minutes. That's seconds, minutes. That's hours. Give me an hour. 1 hour warning. Yep. For that alarm. Bop. Okay, so that's coming up in 23 days. That's right. Okay, this guy in the meantime should be getting to Tylo. Oh my gosh. Long burn time. Oh, it probably, yeah. We'll see. I'll have to check. I'm always fiddling with the throttle things. This guy's next burn is going to be a capture around Tylo with all hope. But where are we right now? Oh, here we are. Okay, now it's not also super glitchy. Do you see that? Now that we're closer, so that's good. Where is Tylo? Where are you, Tylo? I don't know where you are. Should be seeing you somewhere. I mean, we're only 5 days away. Oh, it's down there. Are we going around Jool again? Oh, that's what's going on. Oh, shite. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Now it's all making... I thought this was happening on this, but it's the next one, and we are on a death plunge. All right. My perfect orbit ain't quite so perfect, so we need to fix this and fix this now. Oh, I'm still time warping. We need to fix this immediately. So probably, is it prograde that's going to do the best for us? I got to clear Jool. This will be a nice waste of fuel, won't it? Oh, okay, it's not so bad. Prograde's the way to go, right? As opposed to... Okay. Sorry, I'm just going to check this again. I'm getting... You know what I need to do? Sorry, I know... Is get into the settings here. Turn down those patch conics because I'm looking way too far into the future. Resume. Okay. There we are. Okay. Back on the maneuver. So a prograde does that a little bit, but radially out does, I think, less. This is not going to be insignificant, unfortunately. Oh my gosh, I gotta find out. So 100 meters per second prograde puts my periapsis up. Not much. I can't. It's not showing it because it's... Oh wait, I can see it here. Puts my periapsis at negative 2.05, and this puts it at... Oh, this is better. Okay. Radial's the way to go. So I need this periapsis to be safe. Oh God, I'm doing the wrong... Take that out. Radial. I want that periapsis above 200. That's not above 200. There we go, 208. Okay, so that is now safe. So we're going to perform this burn immediately. This is this way. Fortunately, there's a nice waste of 335 meters per second. The thing that's a little nice is I'm still getting a Tylo encounter here. Wow. Okay. So, yeah, this is just straight up. Are all my engines on full? They are. Okay. So just punch it. So a nice waste of fuel here. Thankfully, I got a lot. Once this thing gets its capture of Tylo, I mean, it's done. So I think, like everything, this is stupidly overbuilt, which is, I think, useful. Keep it on the maneuver. Oh my gosh. And this is a little bit of a longer burn, an emergency burn. But that's why it was so glitchy before, was because it was like in the future, going around Jool, and then, or going through Jool, let's be honest. All right, emergency, 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 emergency burn. I'm glad I noticed that before we were like burning up in the atmosphere, and still far away to be able to do something, far enough away to be able to do something about it, but okay, let's lower our throttle. Oh, X. Okay, 212 kilometers above Jool. Jool's atmospheric height is 200, so that's going to be close, but it's okay. And now, I'm still getting that Tylo encounter. Let's add a maneuver here. Tylo, focus the view. Let's see if we can still make this work. Oh my gosh, adventures galore. Again, I want to look at what is it. It's always like a thing. Is it retrograde or a radial that will... So radial gets it in that far to 3594. And retrograde, oh, does much more. So sometimes, like that burn there to move my periapsis, I did with radial. That turned out to be the more efficient way to go. Now, it's retrograde's the most efficient way to go. So you do want to... You do want to play. I don't think I want it here. 30 kilometers should be okay. I don't want to come too close to. And maybe, yeah. See if we can we adjust. Yeah, let's adjust the plane. I would love to be as equatorial as we can. And that is still 30. Okay, that's good. And this is now, I got the patch limit down. So this is, we're coming around, doing this burn, and then we're here. Okay, so, boom, 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 boom. That's good. What do we have happening here? This SOY change now is useless. Get rid of that. Alarm. Create an alarm for this maneuver. 5 minutes warning. I think we're getting this first. Yep. Okay. F5 again. Oh my golly. Okay. We're having fun. So we're going to come really close to Jool here. I did F5, Philip. Thank you. Really close to Jool. Whoa. That's as close as I want to get to Jool. And we should be finding Tylo somewhere. Oh, there's Tylo here. Oh, we got this maneuver first, of course. Okay, lock that onto the maneuver node. Tylo is way over there. So we're performing a burn here. Let's actually get on our ship. No, Tylo is better. So I can watch it from here. So we're performing a burn here, adjusting our adjusting our Tylo encounter. So this is coming out okay. It ended a disaster. We spent more fuel than I probably wanted to, but that's okay. I was saving a lot of fuel before that, so that makes me feel better. Okay, let's get a little closer. And then once this guy's in orbit, we can forget about it. We don't do anything else with it until we have some Kerbals that way. And this burn is, what is it, a 10-second burn? Yeah, might as well, yeah. Well, oh no, I don't have to really. I'll wait till I'm 10 seconds before the start burn, and then it says to start, and I'll go to half throttle. That's a way to handle this one. 29 meter per second burn. And we're off. Bringing that encounter, I think I had it at about 30 kilometers, so that's kind of the goal. And pretty equatorial. We're coming for you, Jules Moons. I mean, it's taken us a while, but we are coming. And cut. Close enough. Close enough. And this is a legit, not glitchy encounter. And we're still going to get there before. Oh yeah, we're there in 2 hours and 2 days and 4 hours. It's still 20 days before these guys are still falling in towards Jool. They're really late. They are coming late. Okay. Let's do here and here. And Tylo is coming here. Let's put it on free. I think Tylo's coming behind us. Where's Tylo? There we are. That's Tylo. A little bit of an interesting path to it, but we are coming to it. That is Val whipping below us. This is Tylo up here. How close are we before I get myself into trouble? Let's do it this way. Look at that. Everything's gone simple. That is pretty darn... What is my inclination? Oh, I'm coming around retrograde. Shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Oh my gosh. Okay, I do want to fix that. I thought I had everything, and I'm just coming up with more and more ways to make it hard on myself. Okay, again, which way's better? If I do that, that moves my periapsis to negative 73. And if I do that, that does less. So this time it is radial. So I want to adjust my... I don't want to come in retrograde. I don't know how quickly Tylo spins. And whether that make Tylo's expensive enough to descend on, I don't need to make it worse for myself. So... so here's a unnecessary 400 meter per second burn. What is the capture, by the way? I should check this out. I don't want to do so much of this that... Okay, what is that? Second maneuver is 1,400. Okay, we're using up most of the fuel here because of my stupidity, but we're going to make it work. I'm debating whether or not... Sorry, I'm going to go back to the KSP wiki. I'm going to really quickly look at Tylo. What is its orbital period, like its rotational? How long is its day? If it rotates really slow like the moon, I might just live with the fact that we're retrograde. Because this is turning into more expense than I want. What is it? The sidereal? No. Which I'm looking all at numbers. Rotational period is 9 days. It takes 9 days to spin. I think it's it's geolocked with the of course it is. That makes sense. Okay, not gonna do this burn. Get rid of this one too. Okay, I'm going to live with the fact that we're coming around retrograde because this has a rotation, a day of like over 9 days because it's tidally locked with Jool. So, you know what? We'll live with what we got. I don't care if it's retrograde. It's fine. Fine. There we go. Apollo lands retrograde on the moon. I can land retrograde here. No big deal. It was going to cost us too much money. And I don't want to spend, or not money, too much fuel. Get 30 by 30, and then I'm going to park you, and then I'm going to... Of course, what I really need to remember that's good enough. I'm good enough with that. Now it is a 6-minute burn. So I might, we'll see how this goes. I'm going to F5 again. Because it is almost 1,200 meters per second. And you can see I only have 1644 left in this lower stage. So I don't have all the fuel in the world. Get back to here. I'm glad I looked at Tylo there. Okay. Okay, F5 again. Let's get down to the maneuver. I might end up doing this in 2 burns rather than 1 because it is almost a 6.5 minute burn. Ooh, I also got to think about, I'm just realizing this as well. Sorry. Just put on your communication lines. Am I going to be okay? Because this has no crew in it. If I lose communication, you know what I'm going to do? Change of plans here. We're going to move that. Sorry, I'm worried about... I'm glad I thought about this. But if I drop behind here, I'm going to lose communication. Oh, for goodness sakes. Why are you being this way? Stupid. I'm going to take off a lot of this burn. I want to make sure I'm going to get it. All I want's the capture. Everything else is great. We're going to do this. This is going to make things a little less efficient, but there. So I want to do the burn before I run out. Like, you can see where the line's going, right? I don't want to lose that communication line. I'm worried if I get to where this periapsis is, my line of sight of Kerbin's going to be gone. Yeah, so I'm going to start to burn early. That's exactly right. So F5 again. Okay, let's put it on the maneuver node and let's just do it. So now it's down to a 2 minute and 41 second burn. But you know, once you kind of got your capture, you can fiddle with it to your heart's content. Get it onto here. Time warp to there. Coming around backwards on you, Tylo. Okay. So there's a bit of radialness to this to keep that periapsis out of the surface. To keep that. That's why I'm sort of pointing away from Tylo a little bit. Did I never put any... Oh, let's light this up a little bit better. I do have lights on it. There we go. Blinky lights. For goodness sakes. And I don't know what I have. Sure, let's start the burn and I'll talk about it. Okay, there we go. I'm not sure what I have the settings at, because you can change the settings so that when you lose communication with your probe, you have 0 control of it, or whether you have limited control of it, in which case you can still like cut throttles and things like that and lock to these guys. And I don't know what I have my settings at. I should probably check as we come in behind here. Could have checked probably on a number of times. Okay, let's see. A little bit of physics warping. A little more physics warping. A little more physics warping. Alright, so we have not got our capture. We've now just gotten our capture. So that is good. Taking the time warping off. And we'll just cut. There's nothing precise about this particular burn. It was just there to get our capture and still leave us in an orbit that wasn't going to kill us. There we go. Okay. Now, I'm kind of curious. I'm going to want to watch this See, I've lost... Oh, I have lost communication. I have limited probe control. Okay, that's good to know. So, I now don't have communication with Kerbin, but I have limited probe control. I can still do things like lock to prograde and lock to retrograde. See that? So, I have these locking, and I can go full throttle. I could have done it. But I just didn't know. So I can go to full throttle and part throttle and add a maneuver here. Can I? Oh, I don't have. I got to get my communication back before I can get a maneuver node. There we go. Okay, now I can add a maneuver node. So I could have done it. That's good to know. So I'm just going to do this now again. This actually probably isn't a bad way to do it anyway. It was such a big burn. Split the burn up. So now, we'll do this final capture. What is my inclination, by the way? 179.7, that's fine. It's very close to 180. Oh, all this fiddling takes time. Oh, I have this way too low. Come on. All right. So there is my final capture, and I think I'm actually going to just do this. When's this coming up? This is coming up in a day. I'm still 17 days away from having to worry about everybody else. And then this thing is parked, and we're done. Okay, so F5 again. Lock this onto the maneuver node. Oh, that's a very good point. Is it Kerbin or the other ship? Like the other very, very good point. I am in communication with the other ship. So we're relaying. Kerbin's is that away. Now, if I lose contact with the ship... Yeah. Oh, we are in the communication shadow of Jool, I think. Kerbin, there's the sun. I think Jool's blocking our direct communication with Kerbin, so I think I'm... Oh, thank goodness I put a relay on. See what's happening? We're doing it through a relay like that. That works. Good spot there, Mark. Okay. Either way, this is going to work. Wow, that was kind of scary. Did that so fast. Okay, so this is going to be a 4-minute burn. But this should be the end of it. Now I'm going to lose communication in all likelihood. Well, I might not, depending on where the Jool 1 is now. But I can still do lock throttle full, so it should work. Three, two, and go. And just as I did that, now I have limited probe control. I just lost my communication with the Jool 1. That's okay. Just time warp this burn away. Well, I'm seeing the sun, so I might get... If I'm seeing the sun, that means Kerbin can't be too far away from there. So we might get our direct communication soon. I'm a little surprised I'm not getting a signal with Kerbin there. Either way, we're getting our capture. Okay, let's take the time warp off. So I can't reduce throttle, I can only cut throttle. That's okay. Close enough. 31 by 20 to 30 if I round it. So I'm a little surprised. Let's get rid of the maneuver. Oh, I can't delete the maneuver because I don't have a signal, but I'm a little surprised I'm not getting a signal from Kerbin. Could be something dumb like the moon in the way or something. I'm just getting my signal back. There, I just got it back with the Jool 1. This antenna can reach all the way to... I don't know anymore. Either way, we're good. Okay, so... I'm just leaving this here. It's in its orbit. It's time to do... Switch to the other vessel. We will get to you in a future stream. And speaking of future streams, I'm really thinking, looking at the time, that I'm just going to be getting my capture around Jool with these folks. And then probably calling the stream at that point. So next week is going to be the landings. I was hoping to get to... I never get as much done as I hope to get done. I mean, that's just what it is. I don't know... Where's Jool? There's Jool. Let's watch us come in here. It always takes longer than you think. So this is just coming around periapsis. I just wanted to enjoy the view. And then we're going to get Laythe, and Laythe is going to grab us and put us into an orbit. Oh, that's the... Not coming as close to Jool as the other one. Hello, Crazy. I'm glad you're back. Okay, delete that. All right, we do have an encounter with Laythe coming up in 2 hours. So, again, let's create that alarm. Slowly getting better. Oh, I just created a manual alarm. Oh, my God. I was about to say I'm slowly getting better, but maybe I'm not getting better at this. Okay, add that alarm. Okay. So we're going to come around. Nice distant pass of Jool. Here comes Laythe. Laythe is not our target. Bop is our target, but Laythe is going to give us a little bit of a friendly nudge. We're getting nice and close to Laythe, though. Wow! Okay, I think we have just exited. Yes, so we are in this lovely orbit that we got completely for free. And we got our descending node, only a -6, like a 6.9 degree inclination difference with Bop, with our apoapsis out here. So this orbit is like perfect. Wouldn't want to change a thing. Now what I need to do is figure out when are we going to encounter Bop? When are we going to get close? So this is on the next orbit. And I should actually have left my apoapsis up higher now that I'm thinking about it. That's far. Might go, the very next one's pretty darn close. Let's see. Put this right on periapsis. Oh, it's the very next one after that. Okay, go ahead, one orbit. And now what is going on here? If I do that. Actually, what's a better plan, dummy? Better plan. Let's do a maneuver out here at apoapsis so that I don't mess up this bit of it and just go a little prograde. See if I can... What I would love to do... Okay, that's not coming for a while, so let's go to maneuver number 2. Pop that one ahead in orbit, see what the encounter's like the orbit after that. Not even close. The next one after that. Oh, stupid Laythe's getting in the way. Guess that's inevitable, isn't it? Back to maneuver number 1. Of course, it's getting all glitchy. Alright, you know what I think I'm going to do? Oh, hang on. Is that looking like it's close, or is it just my imagination? It might be just my imagination. I think it's so far in the future, I think it's... Yeah. I want it. He wants it. I wants it. I wants it right there. I'm looking. Oh, what's this? Tylo, go away, Tylo. Why are you giving me grief, Tylo? There. That is, my friends, a Bop Encounter. It's a very distant Bop Encounter. Bop is obviously itsy bitsy teeny weeny, but it is a Bop Encounter. We're going to tweak that into the future, but I think what we're going to be doing is drawing this episode to a close. Looking at the time, we're about 2 hours in. Next episode, we're going to get this crew to Bop, and then from Bop, we're going to work our way to Pall. Is it Pall or Pall? I'm going to call it Pall. Pall, and then work our way inwards to the inward planets. Try to land on all 5 of them. But that's all. It should end up being a landing palooza. But in the meantime, I want to thank everybody in the stream. I want to thank everybody watching this at a later date. And of course, very, very special thank you to my most awesome Patreon patrons and YouTube members. Have yourselves a great weekend, and we'll see you all next Thursday. Bye, everybody.